Let's take our, or at least parts of our A team. The two majors, all of them still could gain ranks, so I'm fine with taking them. What else do we need? So assuming we have this team, like what else is required? The major, the support will soon hit his major level, so I'm going to take a second support here, just to upgrade him enough to take the medkit afterwards. Let's make items available. And start passing the items to the correct people. Guess you'll take the assault laser rifle, mate, because it just looks so much cooler. We want to capture aliens, that's for sure. Question is, he has already 14 hit points because he has his extra conditioning from the armor. That I think I'm not going to go for respirator implants, but his aim could be improved, so I'll go for aim and arc thrower. Yes, please. Okay. The Dane certainly is well equipped. Now that is okay. We can't change anything here. He's also okay. I just don't like the armor decoration all too much. I'm not the biggest fan of the melt armor, but whatever. Okay, she's fine. She has a good loadout. That's okay. Also with the scope. Zhang is certainly fine. But wait a second. Let's give him the second arc thrower. No. We do it differently. He will be the one carrying medkits, and he already has the sprinter perk, so he's just as good as an arc thrower as the other support. But this way we have enough hit points on everyone. Yeah, that should be okay. So 2 times cover removal, 2 times against mechanical units, a lot of damage here and sprinter abilities, plus 2 arc throwers. That's a good setup. Let's launch the mission. One last try. I guess it won't work out. No. There's just no option to get the laser plasma sniper rifle. I need to research that quite soon.
It looks like the aliens went down in a sparsely populated area. If there are civilians,
we still have the ballistic sniper, and that kind of sucks at the moment.
Central, this is Big Sky. Strike 1 is
Good.
ready to secure the craft.
So let's first and foremost start with the scouting. That's now Zarb's task. He'll just stand there like fully invisible and shit on the aliens if needed. And this allows us also a little bit more of new tactical in-depth, I suppose. We can just get our guys into position without too much of a very, like, where should they stand, etc, etc. So that'll completely change a lot of the game. We lose him as firepower, at least until the pod is triggered, but I'm quite fine with that because we'll have a lot of scouting abilities. Plus, keep in mind, I already have a pretty good feeling who's going to be the guy who's securing all of the melt in the future. It's going to be the Dane.
That's affirmative.
that's affirmative. Moving.
Okay, so let's move everyone into position. Nice and slowly. Full cover all around. That's good. I like it. We have a disabling shot as well. First of all, I'd like to understand what we are dealing with. It sounds like sectoids so far. Short AFK telephone. Alright, we are back. Let's collect some malaria, some melt, and afterwards let's definitely find out what kind of aliens are around. So... we already heard that there is some sort of a movement north of here. And I suspected that it might be a bunch of sectoids, but I'm not sure so far. We just take a couple of secure moves at the moment, just to get everyone into position. Our sniper certainly is okay with her squad side up here. And then we will scout ahead and see what's up. So, let's send in the Dane.
Running.
It appears the aliens have outfitted the sectoid creature we previously encountered with some form of mechanized body armor. This was likely an effort to improve their combat
Oh,
armor.
another
We should
mectoid.
exercise caution.
Interesting. So it is so far away that even with a full movement into our direction, it wouldn't be able to shoot. So what I'm going to do is I'm fully going to abuse my my squad side, but I also do not want him to get any form of shield. So let's start by killing the sectoid, and afterwards we'll deal with the mectoid. Right, that will trigger the pack, but the pack itself currently just doesn't see anything. It's just going to retain Overwatch, and that's about it.
I'm watching.
And guess what? That's exactly what we are going to do as well.
Got my eyes on.
Probably it will double move now.
What was that?
Wow, it will not, okay. So I'm not in line of sight of him, neither is he in line of sight of me. So let's shortly advance here. From full cover to full cover still. Staying completely hidden. You gotta love mimetic skin, that's for sure. And there are, by the way, our next plasma rifles. This time we do have disabling shot. I'm willing to sacrifice the other melt pod, but by thinking about it, I think I also do not have to sacrifice the other melt pod, because I could just run the Dane up there. Just need to find it though, first. There hasn't been any indicators so far as of where the last meld is. Okay, that's interesting. Why exactly is... now I do understand. I was under the impression like there's the mectoid here and that's about it. Reality is there are two packs. There's one pack of mutons plus a berserker here, and there was a mectoid also up front. Alright, so that's not the worst possible thing that could happen. Let's just, for the time being, trigger this muton. Not going to use headshot.
Can't kill him if you don't hit him.
Got it covered. If they move, I'm over. They got me. I've got my eyes on.
Still waiting for the mectoid to advance. So super passive. I don't know. Okay, so first things first. Where's the second melt? Because I want to get that before we continue the siege here. This here will trigger both of the packs. Not sure if I want that at the moment, so I guess one of the more secure options is to slowly advance here.
I'm on my way.
Get the guys into position. And finally try to trigger that pack. God damn. Can't be so difficult, right? Okay, so the Dane is not going to take any actions, certainly also not going to overwatch, because that will break his invisibility in case he shoots. Still waiting for the mectoid to move on. And finally these guys are taking their chances. So that'll be a decent 5 points of damage, and that would even be... that's super low damage, but also he's disarmed, but it's way too far away from our position, so let's do the smartest thing here. We need the sniper anyways. We're going to reload, going to hunker him down, there's nothing happening. All of these guys start to do their overwatch trap. In case the mutant is advancing, they will run into it. The berserker I'm not afraid about, but I also don't want to expose his position. There's finally the mechtoid. We haven't triggered any other peg so far, so it's just him. And we can kill him easy. All 4 of our guys are going to take an overwatch shot. And afterwards he needs to double move in order to go into any meaningful position. Of course, our overwatch shots are supreme as always. That's a lot of animation for such a low amount of real effective damage. Okay, these guys have now realized there's something going on, and these guys would probably advance as well.
Got something over here.
And now the peg here officially is also triggered. Right. That's fine, that's fine. We need to deal with the berserker. This time I'm going to save the sniper because we can use him for a disabling shot on the mutant. Let's get the mechtoid first. 10 damage, very nice. Thinking about giving our rookie the kill on the mechtoid. Okay. So this guy is down. Now let's try to get him a little bit closer. And let's hope there's not a chain panic starting. We should be okay, also because we have such a high willpower on most of these guys. Oh my god, really?
I am out of rounds. The target remains.
We are going to use disabling shot for sure.
I'm on the move.
Now, there's definitely no doubt in whether or not we should use this the kinetic strike ability. There is, however, still a remaining danger. Let's first of all use the disabling shot, which means this guy will not be able to act next round. So question now is, do we want to run and gun in order to get the berserker down at the expense of triggering 2 more mutants? The berserker will wreak some havoc, that's for sure. Could kill him, but that would also trigger both of these mutants, which could then move here and start to fire next round as well. I'm honestly not so convinced about that idea. So the chances of the berserker to do something meaningful are, let's think this through and Google the berserker real quick. Berserker can do... I already know how much damage he does with chitin plating, and then we certainly could withstand the blow, but I want to make sure that he cannot one-shot us at the moment. So mobility 17, willpower, that's all good and fine and good. Okay, so they can do 9 to 11 points of damage. That would be enough to kill him. He would be fine, he would be fine, he would be fine. But he could definitely reach Xu. That's a tough call. His mobility is 17, so that's completely out of question whether or not he could reach him. Alright, let's run him down.
Set him up, knock him down. Roger that.
I guess we haven't activated them. I guess we were okay. Now they finally activated. So that was the right call at this moment in time. And now we are definitely in a full-fledged fight here, no question. We could remove their cover and shred them, which it's a meaningful option. We can't kill them anyways with one rocket, so I guess that would be fine. And then afterwards we can follow up.
With pleasure.
Would have preferred to capture them, really. Okay. Would have also preferred to hit this rocket instead of being a full retard and not hitting anything. But I guess preference is something that will not net you any kills. So we don't have another disabling shot, but we have a decent positioning here. So that could be a thing if we need to fight them. This here certainly is a good positioning. And that's a very decent option to kill this guy. Good, so one down. 13 critical, wow. It's almost overkill. Let's try to think about ways of getting rid of their cover. We are a little bit short on grenades, that's for sure. We would need to reload here. We could suppress him, so even if it doesn't work out, there is a decent option of suppressing him. Let's take a look what the other guy is doing. Not sure so far. The chances of killing his cover with the plasma are rather high, so I'm certainly trying to go for this. Didn't work out. It was one hit, which is not too shabby. Suppression is still an option. Another option is going here for the flank.
Position confirmed.
And giving our rookie just another kill. That's good. That's good. That's good. Good job.
A threat.
Good job. Let's be on Overwatch here. And let's just be safe. There is no need to take one hit on our assault. So might as well take the smoke grenade. Let's scout ahead. Nothing is inside, hence if I'll move here,
Time to motor.
that'll be another concealment. You gotta love mimetic skin, that's for sure.
Let's do this.
Let's take the time to reload, because we were really like fully out of ammunition. Second meld is gone by the time now, but we do have a disabling shot quite soon. So
We're green to
the
go.
plan now is to capture the last mutant. He'll be somewhere around here.
Shh. I think I heard something.
That's the sound of a mutant.
I'm on it, Commander. We're green
Let's
to
reload Zane as well.
go. I'm watching. I'm on it. Scanning.
Got it covered.
Yeah, maybe Overwatch was not the best idea, because if he's really now charging us, yeah. That's probably going to kill him completely. Yeah.
Toasted.
Target neutralized.
So much for our second plasma rifle. Damn it. Could have played that a little bit safer in terms of securing the plasma rifle, but I guess whatever. So, since that is a medium scout, three pods is all that would have been available. So we can now freely advance. There's only the outsider left.
Orders confirmed. On the move.
And we can use Zane to already scout ahead.
Hauling ass. I'm on this field, Commander. Orders confirmed. On the move.
Could be also a sectoid commander, to be honest, in here, which wouldn't be the worst of all options, because if we could capture one, we would have a decent chance of creating the Psi laboratory next.
Heading out. I understand.
They theoretically could come on these ships.
Heading to that location.
Definitely want to capture him this time, because last time we fucked it up with a pistol shot, which was just too much. So this time we want to capture it to get the skeleton key. I'm very much looking forward for the alien base assault already. That's always a fun mission.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Surprisingly empty.
There's something out there.
Okay.
Position confirmed. On the move. Behind the motor. Running.
Stepping off.
Moving to Overwatch. Affirmative, moving out. Ready to engage hostile target. Got my eyes on. What was that? That's affirmative.
We should make every attempt to capture one of those creatures using the arc thrower. There doesn't seem to be much left when we attack outright.
I'm rolling.
Okay, so we are at least in the distance to capture this guy. Let's try to deal 2 damage to him with covering fire.
Weapon system disengaged. No ammo.
Solid 70% chance.
Excellent work.
Good job.
Begin analyzing this new artifact as soon as you return.
Another one down.
All right. The Majors still did not receive any promotion. Damn it. And let's look at them. They were at nearly 20 missions, and yet they are not receiving a promotion. We received some alien alloys. That's good, because this will give us the option to further build laser cannons, which I at this moment in time think is probably the most worthwhile investment. So let's start with 6 just to not overdo it, and equip some of them with laser cannons. Because if a real large UFO is going to hit us, we want to have 2 or 3 per continent with laser cannons. Okay, so for most of the continents that's 3 laser cannons. Let's hope the big ones do not appear in Africa. Or I'm going to bite my ass if that would happen, so let's just go for 1 more. Okay. We certainly lack the meld to get further into upgrades here. I'm not sure. Alien grenades would be really good, but probably ammo conservation is even a little bit better. Armor is also very, very, very nice.